Trump is going to be changed by such.
I said in the piece I did not think that was going to happen.
In that case, then go with
I love the people on either side who ignore the parts they don't like and then just, and I just did it. It wasn't like it was 3 weeks ago.
I mean, Bill Maher is now back from his hiatus here on Real Time with Bill Maher, and he is describing the infamous visit to the White House to have dinner or lunch, whatever the hell it was, with Donald Trump that really pissed the woke left off. He has an entire panel here grilling him, including Piers Morgan and some other woke idiots, grilling Bill Maher about his visit to the White House. And basically they're treating this as like as if he's like an alcohol addict or something, because they see he is like, this is like an intervention because they see he's waking up from the woke cult and he's leaving. And now they're having like an intervention here on Real Time with Bill Maher, and Bill just gets fed up with it and tells them the truth. Let's get into this clip here where Bill Maher shuts down his woke panel for their ridiculous grilling of him and his visit to the White House.
I just wanted to report exactly what I saw. I did it to the best of my abilities.
Counterpoint?
I can be. Yes.
Counterpoint?
Yeah.
You know, Bill, I think you're right in saying that people have made too much of this, okay? It's not the Yalta Summit. You're not Churchill. Kid Rock is not Stalin. Trump sure as shit isn't FDR, okay? So, yes, I believe too much has been made about this, but I think you've fallen into the trap. I think I represent 99% of the internet when I say this, is that you've played the game of proximity is principle. And what people are worried about is not your motivation. We believe you. We love you, Bill. Everybody loves Bill, right? So I'm not questioning your motivation. I'm questioning Trump's, okay? And if we can say that you went there in good faith, but maybe, just maybe, he wasn't there in good faith. I mean, you sold him on the Iran deal and he took it in. I mean, give me a break, okay? So the idea here is that your motivation is sound, but what's the impact? And I think a lot of people out there, fans of yours, people who love you, people who are fans of you, like me, I've been fans of you.
You don't have to patronize me, dude.
Okay.
I don't know you. I never met you.
I'm just saying that this comes from
not everybody has to like it. That's what we said. There are people who didn't want it to happen at all. You sound like one of them. It's okay. No. But did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Like, what is the alternative to not talking? Just sit at your lunch table and don't talk to anybody.
I talked to him. I've interviewed Trump. Here's the interview.
That's just not an interview. This was not an interview.
I agree with the principle of engagement. I'm just saying, from his perspective, you have to understand that people out there know, all Americans know, that for him, this was a PR stunt.
I love this, man. I love that this is becoming Bill Maher, where he's just like taking no BS, taking no prisoners. If you're going to come at me with some woke BS, I'm going to call you out for the woke BS. And you could tell this is not like the normal, joking Bill Maher that we see on Real Time. This is him like actually getting fed up with this BS, actually getting fed up with this nonsense. And you got to love to see it. And I mean, you gotta tip your cap to him, because 99% of leftists are going to take this guy's stance right here and not ever even venture even a little bit in the direction that Bill Maher is going in. So I appreciate it a ton, and it's a risk. It's a risk that not a lot of lefties are willing to take, and Bill Maher is taking it.
And in his view, you were a prop in that PR stunt. Okay.
Yeah, you see, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
That doesn't mean it wasn't the right thing to do. It just
But if you go on social media for 5 minutes now, you just have these tribal fury raging all day long. Everyone's got to be implacably there, implacably here. And actually, most Americans and most Brits, they're not like that. So there's this screaming going on between these tribes, and actually walking across that line, sitting down, having dinner, having a laugh, having a chat. And then the idea that Bill Maher is now going to stop criticizing Donald Trump with him is preposterous.
I didn't do it before. I didn't do it in the monologue. I didn't do it with Steve Bannon. And the fact that you began your little rant with the internet, that tells me everything. You take your cues from the internet. Good luck.
No. Listen.
The internet is a cesspool that just wants to fight. And it's okay.
I support what you're trying to do. I'm just saying the expectation that Donald Trump...
This poor guy, man. He's just like, he's not doing well right now. And I just absolutely love this from Bill Maher. And I think what Piers Morgan said about Bill Maher is completely correct as well. And that we know that, and everybody knows this, Donald Trump knows this, everybody knows this, that just because Bill Maher went and met with Donald Trump at the White House doesn't mean that Bill Maher is never going to criticize Donald Trump again. We all know this. But it's still a huge gesture. It's good for, it's good. You guys know why it's good, right? It's good because there's a ton of people who follow Bill Maher who might be on the fence and maybe are woke left, and they just hated Donald Trump because they've been told to their entire time, involved in politics. Now Bill Maher might be able to wake them up and say, hey, like, we don't have to hate this guy just because everybody else tells you to. Maybe in the next election, that'll convert some voters over to the common sense side. This guy's not having it, though. This guy is, I don't know, man. This guy does not belong here at all.
Is going to be changed by such.
I said in the piece I did not think that was going to happen.
In that case, then go with
I love the people on either side who ignore the parts they don't like and then just, and I just did it. It wasn't like it was 3 weeks ago. I mean, watch it again. Maybe you'll find something new in it.
It's not a judgment.
Although, Bill, I don't know what the hell you said to him over dinner, but all hell broke loose within about 3 days of that dinner.
He was doing.
Were you giving him economic advice in there?
No, I mean, he was doing the tariffs well before that.
And here is that monologue that Bill Maher gave. We're going to play a few minutes of it where Bill Maher absolutely annihilates. He's basically just yelling at the woke left this entire monologue here and telling them why they are wrong and why he is correct for going to have dinner with Donald Trump. Let's check it out here.
As you know, 12 days ago, I had dinner with President Trump, a dinner that was set up by my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief that there's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a fucking comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country than hating each other every minute. So, thank you. So meet up in person. Maybe it'll be different. Spoiler alert, it was. First good sign, before I left for the Capitol, I had my staff collect and print out this list of almost 60 different insulting epithets that the president has said about me. Things like stupid, dummy, lowlife dummy, sleazebag, sick, sad, stone cold crazy. Really a dumb guy, fired like a dog, his show is dead. There's 60. I brought this to the White House because I wanted him to sign it, which he did.
And look, let me know in the comments what you guys think of this whole situation. I obviously love it. I think it's great. But what I'm curious about is Bill Maher telling the truth here, in that he only went to have dinner with Donald Trump because him and Kid Rock have this belief where, the two sides shouldn't always just be yelling at each other? Or is it because he's coming around on Donald Trump and he's coming around to the right wing in general? Because, Bill Maher, he's been shifting over the last few years. You could really see it happening, but he's just never really admitted it to his audience. But you could see, like, in little comments he would make, such as, I enjoy doing comedy shows in right-wing areas a whole lot more than left-wing areas. He would constantly say things like that. And that's just a massive indicator to me that you like the right wing more. If it's more fun, if you have more fun there, you enjoy yourself more there, you probably just have more fun and relate to that crowd more. He's been saying things like that for a while, and I think this is just a culmination of that happening over time where he's just making that shift. I'm curious to see what you guys think in the comments. Do you think it's simply like Bill Maher's just stayed the same in his beliefs and he just has this belief where, we shouldn't be yelling at each other from thousands of miles away, so we should go have dinner? Because I don't think Bill Maher in 2018 or 2020 would go have dinner with Donald Trump in a million years. But 2025, Bill Maher, he's doing it and he's defending it. And as you can see, he got pretty heated defending it with that woke idiot that was trying to press him on it. Let me know in the comments you guys think about this whole Bill Maher situation where he shuts down his woke panel for them trying to press him on him going meet with Donald Trump. Let me know in the comments you guys think about Bill Maher versus these woke idiots here live on Real Time with Bill Maher.